Hello and welcome to my video on this 75302 Imperial Shuttle. So this set has 660 pieces, costs $70, £70 and €80, and the price per piece is 10.6 pence per piece, which is pretty good considering Lego, or most people consider a good one to be just 10 pence per piece. So the box art is quite nice. So you have a bunch of, the top part is all greebled and it's got the Lego Star Wars logo. You also have the Darth Vader in the top corner. Then at the bottom of the box you can see the three minifigures being Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and an Imperial Shuttle pilot. The background in the box, you can see the Death Star there on your screen, and then this and an explosion in the background, and a couple of TIE fighters down there. On the side of the box you just see like a bunch of terms and conditions. On the other side of the box it's just the box art, and then it says Lego Star Wars at the top. And so the back of the box is interesting. It's like an Imperial hanger, and you can see, so you've got like Luke and Darth Vader with a jewel and a pair of handcuffs there. The Imperial Shuttle with its wings folded up. The Imperial pilot. So this is the opening feature, the stud shooter, like with the wings folded up and the cockpit opening. I'll start off with the minifigures. If you do enjoy this video, please consider subscribing because I'll be doing more of these in the future. So the first minifigure is Luke Skywalker. So this one also comes in the throne room, so Palpatine's throne room, which was released in the summer, so it's not a unique minifigure. It does come with a lightsaber and a pair of handcuffs, which are quite stiff, so they won't move very much. But so his lightsaber is the light green color, and you can see there it is normal color. They used to do like a different one, but they changed it to this. And then you can see his hairpiece. So they used to do a lighter one, which I'll compare it to in a moment. It's now darker. His chest printing is quite nice. It's like a square. And then you've got his belt on the back. You can see he has a bunch of other printing showing like the back of his belt and the middle parts. He has no leg printing at all, which is slightly disappointing. But you can also see that if you lift off the hairpiece, twist the head around, he has like a smile on this side, and I prefer this face. This is my preferred face, and it looks quite nice. Or if you flip it round, you can kind of get a more like frown kind of. And now I'll compare it to an older version. This is an older version. I'm not going to look at like the torso print. You can see he has like a lighter, more yellowy coloured lightsaber blade, whereas the other looks is green. And then, so this one doesn't have any second face, so the hair colour is like more blonde, whereas on this one it's more of a tan colour. And the face printing, so this one is the frown, so I'll switch it around to the smile, so that it's a bit of a more even comparison. But you can see there, the smile is like more detailed on this one. Also, if you look at the eyebrows, they're like brown on that one, and they're tan on this one, which is more accurate. So it is a more accurate minifigure. You can also see the chin is like only mildly printed on that one and lesser so on the other. And that's the Luke Skywalker minifigure. Onto the Darth Vader. This is the Darth Vader minifigure. So this one is exclusive to the set, I believe. And you can see he comes with a red lightsaber, as is common with Darth Vader minifigures. And so starting off with the leg printing, you can see it is quite detailed. So you've got like the robe continued and a bunch of like lines. Then onto the torso printing, you can see he has like a middle like control panel, and there's a bunch of red and green for like all the buttons. This minifigure doesn't have arm printing, so if you look at this one, this was in the Imperial throne room, and it did have arm printing, but this one doesn't, and that's because it's a bit cheaper set. And you can also see, so the helmet is a really nice mold. If I lift it off, you can see, well, it's a two-part helmet, so this is the top part and it ends there, and then the bottom part is like I suppose that's actually quite accurate. So like in the scene where you see him at the ramp of an Imperial Shuttle, he has like the bottom bit still attached, but you can see his face printing, which is like greyish white. You can see he's got like a couple scars and a bunch of detailing, and it is a really detailed minifigure. So I'll compare it to an older one. This is an older Darth Vader minifigure. There is not much different. You can see that there are like no lines, whereas there are lines on that one. You can also see like these details are more like bigger on this one, and the red is a different shade. You can also see if I bring this one closer to the camera, like in the the grey stripes, there's red, and it is like, it's very hard to see, yeah, above my finger you can see there, whereas the other version doesn't have that, it's less detailed. The cape is different, so on this one it's very soft, you can also see it's mildly see-through. On this one it is very stiff. The main difference I'd say is the face printing. So I suppose that probably the reason why that's supposed to be from Revenge of the Sith, so it's got a bunch more scarring. It also has scarring on the back. Well, this one does as well, but this one is much more extreme. But I think because they're both from different like eras of Darth Vader, I think they're both quite accurate, and I suppose they are both really nice minifigures. So next, the Imperial Shuttle pilot. This is the Imperial Shuttle pilot that comes with the set, and it is an interesting one. So it has it's quite a bit less print. So if I put this one up in the top corner, and you can see that this one has less printing, there is less detail on it. The face print is pretty much the exact same, but like, so the leg printing on that one is the same minus like a couple details, but they are both very similar minifigures. But like directly this one. So I'm going to start off with the face. The face printing's quite nice. You've got like his microphone and a bunch of lines in his eyes. And then his cap. So his cap is grey and there's like a small dot. It's hard to see. So there you can see it there. And that's in the centre of it. So that goes on. There is no second face. It's just a single-sided. And so the torso printing is quite nice. So if I show you that one again, that one has like a much more detail, but I kind of prefer this one. He does come with a small blaster, and yeah, it is a decent minifigure. So, but overall for the minifigures, I feel like they should have added more, like maybe a stormtrooper, or like even Emperor Palpatine, because on the previous one they had a bunch. But that wasn't the same shuttle, so that was supposed to be the one that landed on Endor. This is the one that takes us to the Death Star. So this is just a quick bit of footage from just before I made this video. I dropped the set and I decided to show you, not like a proper drop test, I didn't drop it from a proper height, but this is what the set looks like. So the entire front canopy fell off, one of the wings was absolutely destroyed, and so the other side also took a bit of a damage. So you've got this part, like there is a triangle, well, two triangles there that fell off. The wing is not, well, yeah, that shows you for the wing. I just decided I'd show you how durable the set is if you drop it. Onto the set itself, I will go through all the features, then the design features. So I'll start off with the front cockpit. So you can see that the cockpit is nicely curved and it opens up. It is very like tight. If you look there, that will occasionally hit that front wing. But anyway, you can open that up and it just opens to a right angle. It's stopped by bricks at the front, and you can see inside there's a spot to put your pilot. So I will get the Imperial pilot. You need to sit him like slightly lying back, and then he goes in there like so. It is not a very secure seat. Like if I close this, then shake it, he is fallen out of there. You can see that he is just fallen, as is the front of the cockpit. So there's stud shooters on the side. They fire green studs, and you just press down there, and then it'll fire off. And those, they don't actually stand out that much. Like if you, the green stands out more, but if you shoot it, it's harder to tell it's there. and you don't really need to keep them on. Like, I could just remove it. Well, the entire panel came off, but anyway, then you can see that without them it doesn't have any effect. It actually looks quite nice. So now onto the interior. So this entire part lifts up, so you just open that up, and that is done so that you see there's a rubber bit there, and you can just bend that back and that'll unhook that, which is connected to that bar there. And then inside you can see that there's a place for both your minifigures. So because of Darth Vader's cape, there's an area behind him. So there is, so because you can see the cape, and you remove the lightsaber and you sit him down, and you can see that there is a small 2x2 which you can just place there. You have to lift his arms up because there's like these wee side things. Yes, and I don't know whether they're supposed to be there to like hold his lightsaber, because there's no other spot on the set to hold the lightsaber, so you can put them in there, but they're not like secured. And then he goes like so, and you can see him like quite flush in there. And then on the back seat you can sit your Luke Skywalker minifigure, and you can also see a bunch of the technique underneath the set, and that is interesting. So now that you've put both your minifigures in, you can see that there's not much space for, like, compared to the previous one, there's not much space there, and you can close it back up and there's no problem with like head issues, and you can't see inside there now, which is good. So I'll now move on to the next play feature, which is the wings. So these wings are connected by really interesting pieces, and they can twist down, and you can see them like that, and they can twist all the way down like so. And it's hard to get this in the shot, but anyway, there's like a lot of different connection points, and I'll now put this on a stand. This is what the set looks like with its wings folded down. You can see it is quite a tall set. I can barely get it in the shot, and you can see the wings are quite detailed. And I'll now move on to like the design. So you can see that there's a grey 2x4 there, and you can see it does look really nice like on the stand. The design, I'll start with the like landing gear. So the landing gear on the bottom is, so there's 3 points, which is not really good. I would have preferred if they put like 2 of those there and there, because now if I set this down like this and tap on this corner, you can lean it over. It doesn't actually look that bad leaning over. You could display it like this. I do prefer to display it with a stand though, but it does, it's not very stable. Like I just tap here, it'll wobble a bit, or here and it'll wobble. But so the landing gear is not perfect. So the cockpit is really nicely done. It's not rounded, which I think it should be, but still it is nicely done. And the bottom of it is like flat. There is like this beam underneath for structure support. I think it is kind of needed. It doesn't look great, but still for like the price, also value of this set, excellent, because it is really good for the value. The amount of money you're paying it for what you're getting back is really good. We'd strongly advise buying it. But anyway, so you can see like down here you've got the 2 cannons, and they are like connected. So they are connected with those pieces there, and then there's just like a small spot for them to connect to. And actually this part here is really nicely done. So if I fold that down and show you, it's all curved off, and you can also see this mechanism which allows this to move up and down. So you can also see the top wing, there is this like panel here which is printed on, and it's really nice, and that is really accurate as well. And the top wing is really accurate, so you can see there's the 3 grey stripes, and then this section here which is also accurate. So it is a really good set. You can also see this part here which is also done well. So it's all, the entire set is really nicely done. Moving on to the back, and you think because like maybe Lego would cheap out on the back because it's a cheaper set, and no they didn't. It looks really nice. So you've got these 2, like I think they're rear cannons, and I think this is supposed to be like a rear shooting thing, and also there's this thing here that moves, another criticism with the set. But then you've got the engines, and the engines look so slick. They're really nicely done. Anyway, moving on to the side of the underside of the wing, it doesn't look great. There's a bunch of grey, but it's not where you want to display the set. That's why I display it like up, because if you display it at like an angle like this, you can see a bunch of the underside is the grey, which isn't great. But yeah, so the interior, design-wise, isn't that bad. The mechanism to open it is pretty cool, though. And I don't like the way they generally move. They move in like two, and it's quite hard to get them to stop at the right point to get to there. But the interior is just kind of a tan and white colours, and it is a really good set. So go on to the final opinions. So now I'll compare it to the 2015 model. So that one is like the same model of shuttle. It's a different shuttle though. So it's the Tidarium. This is just an Imperial Shuttle. So that one had more minifigures, and it's because it's different, I won't compare them. So that one cost £80, $100, €100, 937 pieces, like a third more pieces, and it now costs, according to Bricks, £140 new and £100 used. So that set is quite interesting. It's a bit different. It's quite a bit bigger. So start off with the cockpit. That one fits 2 and a blaster. This one just fits 1 minifigure. The UCS one fits 4, but I feel like when price is concerned, this one is pretty good because it doesn't need to fit more than 1. But anyway, so the other thing is that one's landing gear is retractable, which is better, and that is like quite a good thing about it. And then it also, so you can see the interior of it is harder to get to, but it is bigger. But considering like this one, you can just open this entire top part off. That one you had to open side panels to get to. And considering the amount of detail inside, which you can't even see, it's not really that good. But it is, compared, like price, value-wise, this one's better. Details, that one is, but still, I would advise getting this one unless you have the money to buy the other one. So, the set I would strongly advise getting if you have the money. And I'd say if you do have, if you wanted to buy the other one, I probably wouldn't advise, unless you wanted to buy the UCS one. The UCS one, better than this one, but if you were, considering buying the 2015 version, I would advise getting this one over that. The value is there, the design is there, play features there, the minifigures just aren't. Added a couple stormtroopers, I would have liked, it would have looked so much better. For $70, I think they should have added 2 more minifigures, say the Bad Batch Shuttle, which is $100, 6 minifigures, which is better than this free, so it's double for only $30 more. Anyway, do hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.